Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. This is a patron cast, which just means people who subscribe to me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month will see it 1 month before anybody else. Alright, so here we are on Disco Bloodbath from Home Story Cup, November 2019. It's going to be INnoVation versus Serral here on Disco Bloodbath. Bottom left, nope, top left-hand corner, it is the blue Terran player INnoVation who loves to play as a barcode in these things. I don't know why it's allowed, to be honest. And on the right side of the map and downish, it is the red Zerg player Serral. Alright, ZVT featuring two incredibly terrifying players. Serral obviously has had some pretty good years recently. 2018, 2019, he did not win BlizzCon this year though. So keep that in mind. He's not an unstoppable juggernaut. And then INnoVation has just had such consistent good success over the years that I don't even know what else to say about him. He's just, if you know StarCraft, you know INnoVation's name. And I think that might be it. That might be all you need. So I'm hoping to see some good things from him in 2020. I really feel like he finished up 2019 in a pretty fantastic position. Really getting some good victories against some good players and might be rounding into form here. So go INnoVation. Let's give hope to those Terran players out there. It's going to be a Reaper. I really don't see any reason why he wouldn't make a Reaper here other than I don't know what it's going to accomplish, and Serral's going to make those Lings anyway. So come on, man. Let's just make a Marine. Nope, Reaper. Reaper's name is Basil Oregano. The backstory, he is Princess Leia's non-biological father. I don't think it's Basil Oregano. I'm pretty sure it's Bail Organa. I am enough of a Star Wars nerd to know that. I am not an all-encompassing Star Wars nerd like people on Wikipedia. But I do know certain things, and that is one of the things that I know. I actually learned the other day that the homeworld of the Mandalorians, Mandalore, was destroyed during a war between the Jedi and the Mandalorians. Well, how do you like them apples? Basically, the Mandalorians were a conquering people, and the Jedi were like, no, we prefer peace and stability in the galaxy. So they fought about it for a long time, and I don't know how. It wasn't in the Wikipedia article, but apparently the Mandalorian homeworld was completely destroyed. And this is, I guess, appropriate since there are Ewoks on this map. It's something of a Star Wars situation. So the Reaper's checking to see if that was a 12 pool, and it wasn't because he didn't SCV scout, so he doesn't know for sure. But he's going to stick around for a little bit of time until he's sure it wasn't a 12 pool and there are no Lings coming to kill him, and then he'll move out, and there we go. Just kidding. He's juking. He's still worried about Lings showing up here. I mean, Serral does go 12 pool every once in a while, but shoot, man. That is some admirable thoroughness checking that stuff out. So I guess the reason that came up with the Mandalorians and the Jedi is somebody on Twitter was like, from The Mandalorian, which is a show I'm watching, this is episode 1, so like, this can't be a spoiler, right? Heck no, it's not. Anyway, there's a little baby, whatever the heck species Yoda is that the Mandalorian retrieves as part of a bounty he's given. And the argument was that he would like straight up murder this baby Yoda because he exhibits force sensitivity because Mandalorians hate Jedi so much. And I was like, I mean, come on, like babies are babies, man. Really? Do you really hate all Jedi so much that you would kill a baby? I didn't buy it, but then I learned about the destruction of the Mandalorian homeworld and I was like, I mean, that's a pretty big set of shoes to find yourself in, huh? Like these people destroyed my whole entire planet. How mad would you be at them? Enough to murder babies. I don't know. I don't think I would, but who knows. There's a fusion core coming up back home for INnoVation, so if this is a Battlecruiser rush, I'm going to enjoy it. I haven't seen Inno do this for a while. Battlecruiser rush. Not a rush necessarily. It's a secondary Battlecruiser follow-up after a really standard opening here from INnoVation. Like, really standard opening from INnoVation. This is... Serral should have no concerns at all about what's coming up after this. I mean, I guess you always should have concerns about what's coming up after this, but it feels standard enough that he shouldn't have warning bells going off in his head. So Battlecruiser is on the way. Serral has not scouted this. Did our Reaper just die? He sure did. Sorry, Basil Oregano, you're out. Thank you for joining us. I'm not sure you killed anything at all. Some Zerglings died, but I think those were the Hellions. Do you guys all have 3 kills together? You certainly do. So yeah, Reaper accomplished nothing. This is going to be a Hellion Battlecruiser attack, maybe a Hellbat Battlecruiser attack, which can be pretty good, actually. Is there an armory? No. What I've seen work in the past is definitely a Hellbat Battlecruiser attack. Hellions, I'm not as convinced is going to work. But, I don't know, they killed a queen, which is not bad, but the queen count is high enough that Serral doesn't care. Good scan, maybe take down a couple creep tumors up here, just kind of get the party started. Battlecruiser just about to pop. Back home, let's keep an eye on that one. We're going to jump? Where are you, my guy? There you are, my guy. And Jumperama it is. Wait, where? Here. Bing! Is Serral caught by surprise here? Well, he's pulling all of the drones. So maybe that queen is dead. That queen is maybe dead, except a lot of energy just came up in the form of a million queens. And this is how you defend against early battlecruisers. You have at least 5 or 6 queens and some spores to anchor your defense if necessary. Because if you don't have those, you just die. You just need to prepare perfectly for it and you'll be okay. I've been on both ends of that. I've lost to it and I have beat it before, and that's the difference. So roaches are out, which battlecruisers legendarily good against roaches. Because, you know, roaches can't shoot up. The queens, however, a good mix. Roaches versus the Hellions, that's the battle that Serral wants. Queens versus the battlecruiser, that's what Serral wants. Hellions just YOLOing in here. They're dead. They know they're dead. Oh my gosh, they're dead. 2 drones down. Serral's just too good. He's just too good at that. You can't YOLO Hellions in and expect to get anything done. That was just a bad trade overall for INnoVation. Battlecruisers killed a couple overlords, maybe a queen, a roach. Look at that transfuse on the overlord to keep it alive. Are you serious? He transfused the overlord and kept it alive. Serral, you're a madman. Overseer scouts in, sees a ton of bio and a tank, and says, all right, standard marine tank medevac follow-up here. I better get some banelings, I guess. But he's got a spire. That's cool. He's going for +1 armor for his ground units, ground carapace, if you will. And still no baneling nest. I'm concerned for Serral right now. I am not sure how you handle this much bio without banelings. Serral is not worried about it, so maybe I should be more like Serral and not be so concerned that I need banelings if I see this many marines. Of course, his control is a lot better than mine is too, and that does matter. He's going mutalisk. Dude, Serral has been doing this. He did this at BlizzCon against Time, I think. He went mutalisk against a Terran player and made it work, which is so hard to do because there are so many things in the Terran arsenal that can kill mutalisks instantly. A ball of marines, a couple Thors, some widow mines, missile turrets. These are all things that will wreck mutalisks. And yes, they're fast. And yes, they heal up quite nicely if they can actually get out of battle without dying. And yes, they can attack air and ground, unlike corruptors, but man, the number of times I have lost a flock of mutas to a Terran player especially is like 300, and it hurts every time. So we'll just see if Serral's perfect control applies to this game at all. He's actually pulling the Marines home because there's really not much to stop this otherwise. There are no turrets up. INnoVation was caught entirely by surprise here, which does not bode well for him for the rest of the game. Surprise mutas killed 13 of your SCVs, 14 of your SCVs, 15 of your SCVs. You killed none of them. See, this is what I'm talking about. Ah! 4 mutas just died because the mutas wandered over in the general direction of 12 Marines. And now they're all dead. Wait, hang on. 3 of them make it out alive, but, you know, 3 mutas, not actually all that. Is he going to kill another SCV? Serral's ability to get kills and usefulness out of his units is stupid good. He's got 6 kills on that one mutalisk right there. That is an effective mutalisk. Okay, so Serral got a lot of stuff done. Yes, he killed 18 SCVs. The other thing, however, he's down to 3 mutalisks, which is super bad. Banelings are here, though. Centrifugal Hook's getting started, which means it'll be slow Banelings versus it's attacked by INnoVation. I'm kind of liking this for Inno. Slow Banelings. Oh, I guess there's more mutas out. But again, they can't engage with these Marines at all, or they just die. You saw that. You saw 4 mutalisks die instantly. Serral did not leave his mutas there for very long. Just having PTSD. Don't mind me. INnoVation does not want to be on creep, so he's pulling back, and I guess he wants to protect the tanks as well, which is pretty smart of him. That means you can't really leave the tanks alone either, so small group of Marines trying to make sure this base stays alive, and they will ward off the mutalisks. Zerglings coming around the outside. They've got banelings. They don't have centrifugal hooks, but they will fairly soon. He's going to wait for those. He's going to stay just outside of the range of this sensor tower. Does he see it?
Mineral field depleted.
No, you can't tell. That is just on the edge. So now he's sending some banelings up, and this can't be anything but banelings on the sensor tower. INnoVation sees this, and he knows it's here. The Banelings go for the Baneling bust, which allows the Lings direct access to the 3rd mineral line. However, Battlecruiser attacking on in, killing some drones. Tanks are setting up, sieging Serral's 4th base. Meanwhile, Zerglings are getting cleaned up over here, and I'm not sure... Not actually convinced any SCVs died there at all. So nicely done by INnoVation, kind of liking this. And here comes Serral. Mutalisks on the Battlecruiser. Banelings try to crash on top of these Marines. Great splits from INnoVation. Tank ends up going down. Battlecruiser down here due to the sheer number of Mutalisks that exist. And INnoVation is forced to pull back after doing some damage on the hatchery and killing 6 drones. It is 73 to 68 workers. Serral has a lead, but it's not that big. INnoVation happily on 4 bases now. Planetary Fortress 4th would be what I would do if I was him. And it is going to be a Planetary Fortress. Whew. INnoVation pulling back. I mean, if he had gotten this hatch, it would have been a massive victory, but as it stands, nope. Noopity nope. Not really allowed to get that one at all. Mutas catching some Widow Mines. Alright. And then trying to deal with these Marines, but you don't want to. They are 2-2 Marines with Stim and Combat Shield. And Medevacs healing them. They are terrifying to you Mutalisks. Get out of there. And they are. Southern attack trying to happen, but Serral saw this coming. Make sure the Widowmine dies of the Corrosive Piles, gets on in. Widowmine does get a big shot on a bunch of Zerglings, but not huge. Kills his own Creep Tumor there to make sure the Widowmine actually ends up dead. Concussive Shell on the way. INnoVation really instantly saturating that 4th base quite nicely. Production looking great. Serral's maxed out. INnoVation at 180 supply. Resources lost. Serral's lost about 9,000 resources compared to the 6,700 that INnoVation is tossed down. So tossed down, and by that I mean lost. 3-3 on the way for INnoVation in 11 minutes. I love that. Left side attack just not working. Widowmines are getting some decent hits, but INnoVation's not killing anything otherwise. Is he going to do this again? He's trying to set up in range to take this hatch down. Actually, that tank is nowhere in near range to take that hatch down, but that's okay. Some Lings rolled into that PF up north, ended up going down. Marines fighting against Roaches doing pretty well with medevac support, especially. Tank setting up here on the hatch, getting some damage done. Serral's got to defend here, and he is with a lot of Banelings. 3 tanks, though, with some Widowmine support is pretty scary stuff. Prosobiles taking the tank down. That was shelling the hatchery. That's a huge pickup. Really needed that because that was almost dead. Marines and Marauders. No, you guys, your deal. All right, well, INnoVation's army does get cleaned up by a combination of Mutalisks, especially Zerglings, Banelings, and a couple Ravagers. Hatchery extremely low on HP, but Serral's expanding to the bottom left again, so he might be okay. 40 Lings in production from Serral right now. He is sitting on 2-2 on those guys. Does he have adrenal glands? The answer is no. Are they on the way? The answer is no. He has a hive. He's making 42 Lings. Let's check that again. Adrenal glands. Nope. Not on the list. Creep spread. Okay here. I mean, anything you can do to slow INnoVation's trip right across the map to murdering you, slow that down, is going to be a good thing. So these tumors are definitely paying for themselves, and they're free, so that's pretty easy to do. What the heck is down here? Ah, Widowmine drop. 10 drones down. Okay. All right. I'm okay with that if you're INnoVation. 10 drones killed is pretty good. Serral doesn't have the resources to instantly replace 10 drones. Actually, he does. He does now. His income is actually pretty insane right now. INnoVation is on a time clock. He needs to kill stuff. He needs to kill a hatch now, or I think he's just done. He's got about a minute to where hatchery needs to go down. He needs to kill a ton of drones. He needs something good to happen. Adrenal glands getting started. 3-3 on the way for the Lings and the Banelings. Serral not engaging off of creep, as you don't want to do. My gosh, is that enough, though? Attack on the left side. Okay, taking down a hatch. Not bad. But Serral, once again, just absolutely going for it here with the Banelings. The splits are pretty good. Is there enough remaining? That is so many Mutalisks in the sky. That is 15 Mutalisks with 52 Zerglings in production. Top right base goes down. It's not a planetary fortress yet. INnoVation trying to handle it. Nope. Serral was on top of shutting that thing down. Thank you for asking. Ravagers exist solely to make sure Widowmines have a hard time. I like that. It's not mass Ravager, but it's enough Ravagers to take down tanks and take down Widowmines as necessary. So base is denied for both players. The good news for INnoVation is that his base is still alive because he can lift it off. So while Serral has to replant his in the bottom left, INnoVation does not. Thor's in production. 17 Banelings in production. INnoVation defending. Ah, the Mutalisks found it. Found the 12 o'clock base. 6 SCVs go down. A missile turret is canceled. Where are these medevacs going? They're not going to land here, that's for sure. Serral has army ready to rock. Baneling's morphing, ready to go into third base of INnoVation if they don't see him coming. The wall was never rebuilt, so that is some easily accessible SCVs. There's a reason there's a wall there normally. Once again, medevacs trying to threaten this bottom left-hand base again. Not happening. INnoVation setting up the third of Serral once again. Baneling's being fairly ineffectual there. Zerglings and Baneling not really accomplishing much. Widowmine does get some friendly fire down. Thor in the mix to absorb Baneling shots as necessary. Muta's coming in on the right side. And again, just from all angles, Serral coming in. Baneling's catching a lot of that bio. Thor trying to finish off the Mutalisks as well as it can. From the back row there, INnoVation still pushing in right now. Army supply 100 to 101. Zerglings going after all the SCVs at the third base of INnoVation at the same time, though. The hatch goes down, and INnoVation takes the game. Whoa! Inno takes that third base down, and immediately Serral GG's out. Amazing. Did I miss something? Where? Wait, no, further back. Maybe not further back. That was it. So yeah, so this hatch goes down. Again, this was a big deal. Like, INnoVation losing all of these SCVs at this third base was a problem. So I'm watching the mini-map for this. Banelings again. Okay. Not really cost efficient. Does Thor get picked up and moved to the back when the mutas show up? I bet it does. So Banelings come in and kill a bunch of SCVs. And they're all wounded. This Thor... Nope, the Thor actually dies. This Thor shows up. Then the Lings roll in to go after the weakened SCVs. A lot of SCVs going down up here too, but no, that's the GG. Huh. So a lot of the drones die here. We're at 67 to 67 workers. INnoVation has a bigger army right now. What are we looking at? 59 Zerglings, 3 Mutas, 17 Banelings against 30 Marines, 4 Marauders, a tank, 12 Medevacs, a Thor, and 4 Widowmines. That feels like a premature GG. What do you guys think? Like, let me know in the comments if I'm crazy here, but Serral losing 1 base is not the end of the world. He still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total bases. Sure, INnoVation is technically on 5 too, but he just lost a ton of SCVs at his third. His top right base isn't super healthy either. I don't know. Is it just the lack of air? Like, he can't deal with the medevacs because all he has left are 3 mutas and no corruptors at all, and only 3 queens in the mix? He just bet on mutas. All of them died, 19 of them falling, and maybe that was the reason he tapped out. Again, not a huge fan of mutalisks in ZVT. Just saying. Whoosh. All right. Well, crazy game. I mean, INnoVation gets the win. A lot of this also is trading. 28,000 resources down for Serral and 19 for INnoVation. That is some really cost-efficient stuff. The Widowmines didn't overmake Widowmines. Really just marine production, marine upgrades. Got some floors in there for the mutas. A few tanks. Again, not overmaking tanks either. The Marauder count's heavy enough. And he gets the win. So all you people who hate ZVT because Terran never wins, check it out. Here's one. Here is a really nice TVZ win for y'all. Hope you're enjoying it. Because it was a lot of fun to cast. I just love INnoVation versus Serral. I think their games are always great, and this was no exception. So, that's going to be it from me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.